We live.
Con. Hey, Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah
Yahweh, call all y'all Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers, pushing the word in sincerity and truth. All right, coming. We doing another video, live video. What was the title of the video? The title of the video is
Israelites are the new world order.
Yeah, Israelites are the new world order, right? Because Esau, the so-called white man, he's just reading some of these quotes from their elites, and they're really adamant about establishing their new world order, which their system, their enterprise, which they maintain humanity according to the Georgia Guidestones at 500 million people. So they want to eradicate a lot of people, to complete their new world order and get everybody microchipped. All right, that's why you see the rise of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. All right, well, that's one step closer to the chip, and Esau wants to push that. But guess what? The Most High promised the kingdom to Israel. All right, and Israelites are a stumbling block, or we're in the way of their progress. All right, pretty soon they're going to have to confront this threat to their new world order, which is us, the men of the Lord, speaking the words of the Bible. All right, because they're going to have to outlaw the Bible. All right, in order to implement this new world order, man. So we're gonna bring out some precepts, and push this word, like we do,
Yeah. All right, this is Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. It says, "In the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever."
Hey, so that's not the kingdom of the so-called white man. The so-called white man's kingdom was meant to go a space of time and be completely eliminated, man. Which, when I say so-called white people, I'm talking about the Edomites of the Bible, going back to Genesis, the 25th chapter, with Rebekah, Esau, and Jacob. All right, the Lord have given you a certain time to rule. He's given you power of the sword. He's given you the fatness of the earth. That's why this week Donald Trump is at the UN, all right, and he's making all types of speeches, all right, and a lot of those countries are Edomite countries that are involved in the UN and that conglomerate of nations, all right, and that basically is your rulership right there, your power to dictate the policy on the world, all right, on the world stage, all right, and that's it for you, all right. But now what you want to do is you want to change that current world order and bring in your new world order, which is no countries at all. Just you being in rulership and dictating to all the nations what to do. But that's not going to come to pass. And we as men of the Lord, as Israelites, we're a stumbling block, because when you made these different quotes, you didn't take in consideration that you would have to come up against the Lord's people, the Israelites. And the scriptures say that he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. So you have to touch us to establish your new world order. But the Lord said oppression shall not rise up again. All right? You got something?
Can you read that again, bro?
Yeah, that was a good one.
This is the book of Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. It reads, "And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever."
Yeah, and we're part of that kingdom, man. All right? As men of the Lord, we're part of that kingdom. Yahushua being the king, all right, the ruler of that realm, he's going to have the dominion over this kingdom that's going to never be destroyed. He's going to break in pieces these other kingdoms, all right, these other governments, all right?
Yeah, that kingdom is talking about that world to come. So when we say the Israelites are the new world order, we're going to rule the next kingdom to come, the world to come. And this kingdom, it says, is going to be an everlasting kingdom. And it's going to come by our Lord. It's going to break down that statue, man. And we're in them days. That's the days that we in.
If I can get this, a couple of little quick ones. This is Second Esdras 6. Yeah, Second Esdras 6 and verse 8. It said, I'm gonna start from verse 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed." So the so-called white supremacy,
you know, and then total white supremacy or total Illuminati supremacy, which they believe is going to be the new world order, where few is one of the quotes that says, where few going to rule and make the laws, you know, that world is about to come to an end, you know, or you're not going to see that in the world to come, you know, the world to come, it is going to be ran by a select few, you know, 144,000 men, you know, but it's going to be the Israelites, man. So your whole plan is going to get spoiled because the scriptures say. The second one, real quick.
This is a quote because as brothers are bringing out precepts, I'm gonna bring out quotes from these Edomites, man. All right, so this is a guy named Paul Warburg, right? And this is one of his quotes that he said. He says, "We shall have world government, whether or not we like it. We shall have world government, whether or not we like it. The only question is whether world government will be achieved by conquest or consent." All right, and little does Paul Warburg, which he's an Edomite, he know that world government is going to, hey, we're going to lead the charge of the world government. The scriptures say that the saints shall take the kingdom and possess it. All right, the kingdom is going to be taken by force. All right, and it's going to be by conquest ultimately. All right, but see, Esau, he wants to establish his new world order based off of trickery and deceiving the people. All right, and it's only going to go but so far. All right, you got something more?
Yeah, because the brother had mentioned the nations. This is Psalm 72, verse 4. He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy.
Yeah, and we're the children of the needy. All right. The scriptures say he shall save them. All right, so we have to be saved from something because you Edomites, and we're going to bring out these Illuminati quotes, you know, during this video, because this was the inspiration for this video. But guess what? You know, we're going to be saved from the treacheries of these devils, man, these Edomites. All right, because they're the end of the world. All right, so in the end of the world, which we're in, the latter part of the end of the world, there's going to be great tribulation that's going to come upon Esau's society and all of these nations, man. All right, but mainly here in America, man. And the scriptures say that the Lord shall deliver the poor and the needy. All right, which we are the poor and we're the needy, man. We're the rejected of nations.
That's right.
All right, the scriptures call us the offscour or the refused. All right, and we're going to be delivered. And that's our hope, that's our faith, man. All right?
He shall save the children of the needy. He shall break in pieces the oppressor.
He shall break in pieces the oppressor. And guess what? The oppressor, he touts what he wants to do to the people, man, in his quotes. All right, we're gonna bring out quotes from the Rothschilds. I mean, these devils, man, they say what they want to do. They have these top elites. They say what they want to do, man. You know.
That was it.
Con.
This is Job chapter 5, verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Yeah. He upset at the devices of the crafty.
This is Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty.
He disappointed devices of the crafty. What is one of the devices of the crafty? His technology. All right, the Lord is going to disappoint your technology. Which your technology is how you're going to control the society and get the people basically conform to your new world order. All right, by the lust of everything being convenient and quick. All right, go ahead.
So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, because guess what? When a lot of these Edomites were writing these they were putting these quotes in books, so on and so forth, they didn't know that at the latter end the Lord would raise up men that he put their remembrance in. All right, remembering who they were. All right. So and that they would come out on the highways and hedges and prophesy the downfall of these various societies, man. All right, because they thought that they was going to be able to establish their new world order easy and swallow up the majority of our people, but they didn't take in consideration that there would be a remnant of our people that would be delivered. Or if they did know it, they thought that they would find another crafty way to basically circumvent it, all right, and be able to still establish what they needed to establish. All right, real quick, I got another quote. Now this is back from Warburg, which he's Illuminati and Rothschild banker. He says the technocratic age is slowly designing an everyday, more controlled society. The society will be dominated by an elite of persons free from traditional values, who will have no doubt in fulfilling their objectives by means of purge techniques with which they will influence the behavior of people and will control and watch the society in all details. And this is what we see the fruits of. All right? We see a controlled society. We see people influenced by certain behaviors. All right? They put homosexuality on the TV and social media. Everybody thinks it's okay to be homosexual. And guess what? They're pushing it on your children. So when their children grow up, they'll tell their children it's okay to be a homosexual. And they're getting them at a young age. And this is how they've been doing. This is how they've manufactured this society. All right?
Can I say something? Because how Esau likes to play games is saying something without saying it, and that's one of his biggest advertisements. It's like the brother said, they'll promote a homosexual on like big TV, you know, the media outlets, and then people they wouldn't say it's okay, but they'll absorb it and and not buck up to it as much as like if it was some little outlet.
Well, they put it in commercials.
Yeah.
All right. You can have two men kissing in commercials, or it's a commercial about a drug, and you have a homosexual couple. All right. It was another commercial. You had a straight couple. You had a homosexual. You had two women kissing. All right, and these are major corporations that push this, man.
Because what I'm realizing also, because Esau like to do, he'll keep putting that image out there to break the people down, and eventually they'll be like, man, as long as it's not affecting me. But the whole time it is.
Let me finish this quote real quick. It says, it will become possible to exert a practically permanent watch on each citizen of the world. So basically they want to be like the Most High, and they want to be able to watch each and every citizen, whether it be through your TV, whether it be, what you post up, all right, on social media, or the surveillance cameras out in the streets, all right, that have facial recognition software to track and monitor everywhere you go. So this is the type of society that they have gradually built up around us, all right?
This is Isaiah 14, verse 13. It says, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north."
So this is how these top elites think, and that's how they feel about the people that they have set up governments over. All right, they deem the masses of people sheeple. All right, they have no loyalty to nation states. Like they call themselves. They don't have no loyalty. I'm British or I'm American. They don't have no loyalty to that. They control governments. All right. They kill people for fun. All right. The decisions they make have an effect on each and every citizen in this world. All right. They're known as the destroyer of the earth. The host of the high ones. All right. You have something to say?
Yeah, it said, verse 14, it says, "I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." So this devil, he wants to be like the Most High. That's the power that he's seeking, man. He thinks that he's going to turn what the Lord already said is going to be the king of heaven. He thinks he's going to change that and make his own new world order. So this is the type of devil that we're dealing with. He wants to be like the Most High. One of the things the Most High, he exalted one and put it down another. Promotion, scripture, promotion coming from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And he said that the so-called white man got bounds that he can't pass, but he want to try to pass that. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it said. He said in his heart. And you can see it in his fruits. That's what he really trying to work towards. And he even saying it. That's why the brother reading the quotes. And he trying to say it before as if he's the Most High. And then he's going to actually try to put it in motion, when he tries to bring out this chip. But that's why we that stumbling block, because we bring it out, exposing.
That's why we're an obstacle to this so-called New World Order. That's why they set up guys like Vocab. They set up guys like James White. They set up these guys to come up against Israel. They set up other Israelite camps to come up against the true men of the Lord, speaking His word in sincerity and truth. All right, they set up other Israelite camps to do things to bring forth blame and shame on the ministry. All right, why? To divert because they have the minds of the people, man. So once you get the minds of the people and the people are pointing at these people, they gotta go. It gives people, it gives the elite the justification to come in on the men of the Lord and attack it, you know. And this is how they've done this for generations, man. You know, they set up adversary groups, you know, to come up against other groups to be demonized, and that's how they take them out. This is how they do, you know.
Yeah, you know how the prophets, they decipher the message of the Most High. The prophets also, we deciphering the message of the enemy. You know, because the Lord gave us your blueprint or your plans already. That's why they like shocked.
Yeah, it's like, why are you coming up against the ambassadors? We're actually ambassadors. Another word for ambassador, it goes back to the Latin ambactus. You know, I believe it goes back to servant. All right, so we're the ambassadors of the Yahweh Shah. All right, you know, Yahweh Shah sent us to do this work so that Yahweh Shah could go as an advocate to the Father and advocate for us, man. You know, so why are you coming up against the ambassadors? When a country sends an ambassador to another nation with tidings, you don't come up against that ambassador. You know, some people have, but it only infuriates the one that sent them. All right, and that's what they're doing when they come up against the men of the Lord. All right, they're only infuriating the Heavenly Father, man, which already said these things were going to happen. Real quick, another quote. This is from the Christian Science Monitor editorial dated June 19th, 1920. It said, the real menace of our republic, is speaking of America, is the invisible government which like a giant octopus sprawls its slimy length over city, state, and nation. Like the octopus of real life, it operates under cover of a self-created stream. Goes back to that God complex, because they had power to do that. It says, at the head of this octopus are the Rothschild Standard Oil interests and a small group of powerful banking houses, generally referred to as the international bankers. The little coterie of powerful international bankers virtually run the United States government. Now, mind you, this was written in 1920, and we're going to bring out some statements from your man Woodrow Wilson. All right, going back to that time, it said the international bankers virtually run the United States government for their own selfish purpose. They practically control both parties. All right, so if they control both parties back into the 1920s, going back to the 1920s, they control both parties now, and that's why you see this diversion going on in front of you with the Democrats and the Republicans and Donald Trump, and then bringing allegations on Donald Trump. All right, and all of these all of these what do you call it? Scandals. All of these scandals going on to divert the attention of the people while all hell is breaking loose around them. All right, and it's a quote that another Edomite said that's going to actually take place. People are going to go crazy once they find these things out, and I'm going to bring that quote out. Y'all bring out your precepts.
A quick one. It's Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 9. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. The loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. You know, and that's speaking about the, you know, right, the Babylonians, which are the American people, but also, you know, the elites. They're going to have to drink of that same cup of captivity and enslavement under the Israelite world order. You know?
Yeah, because these same elites that made these quotes that we're reading that say these type of things, they're going to be the first ones to go in slavery, man, into slavery. They're going to be, one of their first jobs is to dig up the dead bodies of these soldiers over there in the Middle East that they created this war, all right, to establish their new world order, because they know they're uncertain what's going to happen, you know, but they know that they have to make this move, man, to go to establish it. So it's like them pushing that first domino, man. Once you push that first domino and everything goes, it's keep on going, it's not going to stop. You can't stop the dominoes from not falling no more. All right, so then when they go to implement this chip, man, all hell is going to be breaking loose. The scripture said, "A time of trouble such as never since there was a nation." That's why these elites are buying bunkers and they're investing in underground shelters and hideouts and stuff like that. All right, because once they push that domino to establish this new world order, and man, all hell's going to break loose, man.
Yeah, hey, cause that's what they trying to do, and like we were saying, how we're a stumbling block is because we telling the people, we warning the people about the mark of the beast. That's why we like the main camp only pushing that, because they're trying to hide that information, even though it's obvious.
Yeah, look, we set up the plea with the people, man, to tell them, look, as ambassadors, the Lord is going to do this, man. The Lord is going to do this, man.
Yeah, hey man, because they want to do it incrementally, you know what I'm saying? So they can ease the people into it. But the fact that the prophets is telling his plans, they're gonna have to rush it, you know, and that's where the problem is going. That's when that's why they're gonna want to have to take us out, because we interrupting their plans. If you go ahead, bro.
It's Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah. So he gonna come down having great wrath because he know that he got but a short time, man. You know, because he gonna have to rush his plan for everything to happen. Because everything we've been saying is happening. That World War III, you know, look, Israel and America, they both losing their power. Their hands been forced. The Lord is doing these things, but the secret council, the so-called Illuminati, they think they got it all in control, but their plans is going to be for you, man.
Yeah, that's why the defense, the Department of Defense, they changed their mission statement. All right, they changed their mission objectives.
Yes,
all right, because now they mention Russia and China as a proponent, as an obstacle in them getting that world hegemony. All right, so you know, because all of these other nations are seeing what Russia and China are doing. All right, and the world is looking at the United States. The United States always turns to their military options. All right, the United States used to be looked at as the good guys. Now the whole world looks at them as bad guys, man.
They're being exposed.
Right? But see, the thing about these dumb idiots over here in America, these Babylonian citizens, they fall for the propaganda, man. Donald Trump can sit at the UN and just speak nothing but lies and look proud on camera, and I seen it. You know, I was looking at it on the news today, man. While I was in the store, man, like, this guy's proud, man. You know, he just has a high look, man. Here it is, his country is collapsing, and he's making the world think, or he's trying to portray that America is on the rebound, man. Here it is, and the Lord is, at the same time, the Lord is showing America's nakedness, the Babylonians' nakedness.
Point.
Yeah, you got it.
Because the Lord is hardening his heart like he did the old Pharaoh, the ancient Pharaoh. You know, because he's about to destroy America, making an example for all that live wickedly afterwards. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Yeah, read it again.
This is Habakkuk 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory.
Yeah, your glory. How did America was established? How was it established? It was established off the blood of a native people, man, to this land, man. So your glory in conquering the nation has become to this day your shame. All right, because you can't say that you're a righteous people, man, because everything you ever got was stolen. All right, you can't say that you conquered the Native American Indians, because what you did was you made treaties with them and you broke the treaties, man.
Right.
You lied to them. All right, you stabbed them in the back. All right, so that's not glory, that's shame. You didn't conquer the Native American Indians. You deceived them like the devil. All right, you are. Okay, you got it.
Habakkuk 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
Yeah, so you're drinking. All the stuff that you're doing, you're making yourself be uncovered, man. All the military moves you're making in the Middle East, man. You're being uncovered, man. Because these other nations are showing forth that It's not the will of the people to want to be ruled under you, man. You Edomites, man. Here it is. You have it that the Iraqis want the Americans over there, or or the United States, or the Syrians want the American people over there, man. Or they want the state of Israel ruling over those other Arab countries, man. All right. The people don't want that, man. So you're making yourself be uncovered, man. Go ahead.
The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee.
See, the cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee. All right. The Lord is going to turn himself. The Lord is going to turn himself on these Edomites, man. All right.
And shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And we're seeing that. We're seeing these nations spew at you, man. Our people spewing at you for your wickedness. You don't practice what you preach. You talk justice, all right? You talk about the government, these other governments killing their own people. Here it is, you let your different state and local municipalities kill Israelites, man. All right? And the whole world is seeing it, man. All right? And that's why the Most High, that's how you falling into the hands of the Heavenly Father.
You know, it's funny, because the world, they already seen them doing that to the Israelites. It's just that they being exposed on all levels to it. They saying that they're doing it to them too.
Yeah.
So now,
and now it's a problem because it's happening to them.
Because the Lord be removing that deception from these nations, man. You know? And but this man's main plan, his source of his power was keeping us down, man. You know, and his deception from letting us know who we are and keeping us away from our power, which that was just the Lord doing that, you know? This is Psalm 62. We talking about you main Illuminati now, you know? Psalm 62 verse 2 says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And you are the worker of iniquity, man. You know? It says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. So these people, they be trying to destroy us with no fear in the world of any type of restitution, man. You know, because you feel as though you've been doing it this long, the Lord not gonna do nothing. All these people is okay with it. Like, you can just keep doing this forever, man. He think he gonna walk right into the new world order with it. Think he got our people that much in submission, except for them 7,000 men.
Yeah, you have a number of men that's actually crying to the Lord, sighing and praying to the God in heaven, the power in heaven. All right, that didn't fall for your Christianity or came out of that. All right, now they serve the living power, man, in fear and trembling. Because at the end of the day, why do we go out on the highways and hedges out of fear and trembling for what's to come? The Lord is going to bring terrible things to this society, all right, to these people, man. All right, I got another. Let me bring this one out real quick. This is another statement from Thomas Jefferson, 1816. It said, if the American people ever allowed private banks to control the issue of their currency, now mind you, this is back in 1816. It says, first by inflation and then by deflation, the banks and corporations that will grow up around them, J.P. Morgan, all right, Chase Bank of Manhattan. Now these are banks, all right, corporations like Monsanto or Bayer, all right, all of these. It said, the banks and corporations that will grow up around them will deprive the people of all property until their children wake up homeless on the continent their fathers conquered. Now this is what Jefferson said. All right, and you're seeing it. You're seeing homeless Edomites. All right, you're seeing all types of misfortune to these Edomites on the nation that their fathers conquered. By the corporations set up these elite bankers. All right, these elite international bankers, man. Which this was their agenda on opioids. All right, and basically that's just set up so that you don't fight against the men that are oppressing you. And I'm talking about these Edomites. That's why you're on opioids, man. That's why you're committing suicide. A lot of you join the army, all right? A lot of you get corporate jobs, all right, and just fall into the system. A lot of you work for the government, all right? And a lot of you Edomites have become protesters and activists. But guess what? A lot of your heads of the stuff that you follow are actually agents of these same international bankers. Because remember what they said, that octopus, all right?
like I had a preset because the brother read Psalm 64, and well, in the 5th verse, I'll just read it. Psalm 64 and 5. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They consume and laying snares privately. They say, "Who shall see them?" You know, they encourage to do wickedness, man. You know, they're really willingly to set up these iniquity, these traps. You know, to make people go off, man. And that's what this whole system is basically is. It's just one big trap. It's like it's a rat race too. You know.
Yeah, and they do it by control of the currency, which that's what the Mayor Amschel Rothschild said. Give me control of a nation's money, and I care not who makes her laws. Why? Because they have the power to control what that currency is valued by the use of fractional reserve banking, all right, and the use of interest rates, and being able to inflate and deflate the value of the currency. All right, see, what these trade wars are set up, and I believe, you know, through the Spirit, what these trade wars are set up to do is that when you start seeing the inflation and the prices are going up, and you start seeing that prices are going up, yes, you're going to be led to believe that it's because we're in a trade war with China. All right, but really it's just to cover up, because they're transitioning this society into the New World Order, which is the changing of the currency. So basically, when those prices start going up, that's a sign that the dollar is finished, man. All right, and the same amount of dollars that you might buy toilet paper, it'll go up to a price way higher. Yeah. All right, and they already said that because of these trade wars, that the price of diapers and various stuff that you need on a daily is going to go up. Deodorant, stuff like that, aluminum, like beer. The price of Coca-Cola might go up because you need aluminum, which aluminum might come from China. China puts a tariff on it, and all of a sudden they have to pass that price on to the consumer. But really, it's the fact that the central bank is basically, imploding. The currency rate is going up. You know. You know, if I explained it, you know.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Yeah, bring out Isaiah.
It's Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Yeah, these Edomites, right? Now, Mayor Amschel Rothschild said, "Give me control of a nation's money, and I care not who makes the law, who makes her laws." Now, who makes the laws of this society, man? These different penal codes and these different laws, and your different state municipalities, man. These Edomites, man. These average Edomites. All right, which they're not Amalekites, they're not so-called Jews. A lot of them are just regular, common Edomites, man. And guess what? They hate niggas, man. They hate Jake, man. All right? They hate our people. All right? And so they make these different laws, and they find different laws to make to ensnare us. Like, just like coming up, look, we're not going to be able to speak this word on YouTube, man, which is going to lead to prophecy, the famine of the word.
Yeah.
But how is that going to come about? They're going to pass laws that men can't speak what we're speaking. All right? They deem this hate speech, man. But actually, this is not hate speech. Look, man.
This is life.
This is life, man. This is reality, man. You're now you're banning people from believing in reality and proclaiming it. And that's what Edomites do.
Yep.
All right? That they pass laws, man.
I got something. This is Ecclesiastes 12, verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. Yeah,
the time where these average Edomites become homeless. You know, when they become homeless, all right, that's when they're gonna wake up. You know, that's what Thomas Jefferson was talking about when he said when their children wake up homeless on a continent that their fathers conquered, when they become poor. These Edomites become poor in their land that their fathers conquered, man. This is what Edomites from yesteryears were talking about, man. And we're in that time now, man.
Because it said the strong men shall bow themselves. Hey, man, so there's going to be a time to where there's going to be some desperate people out there.
Yeah, when the keepers of the house shall tremble, man. Where they can't pass they can't set up laws. All right, I mean, well, no, not laws. They can't set up where the people are comfortable. Because you know when people start losing their houses, they start losing their jobs, they're going to protest and they're going to be looking for somebody to blame. All right? And the keepers of the house, your modern day stockbrokers, all right, your modern day politicians that control policy, monetary policy, they're not going to have any answers for what's to come. The only answer is going to be the chip, the New World Order, and the hope of what comes with it. And that's when you put your faith in this man's system. Because it's going to be a time of uncertainty. So you're going to go to him for certainty, or you're going to come to the Heavenly Father, which already told us that these things was going to come to pass.
Right. And the whole time Esau had been lying.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, everything's good. And Esau was like, yeah. Whole time shit's going down.
Just like Trump. That's what I'm saying. Trump's on a damn UN, in front of the UN. He's in front of the world, telling the people that he's done more than his policies that he set for. His administration has done more to bring back America than all of these previous generations. All right. When actuality, now you're the president in a time where all of these predecessor presidents they've been destroying the economy, man. So how you in 8 plus, not even 3-4 years, going to change the system? So it's like the Most High. That's why you grit and grind your teeth when you hear him talking, man. It's like this guy's a devil, man.
That's
and
right.
you got CNN and you got the Fox News. They're doing a commentary on what Trump is saying, man. You got it.
This is Habakkuk 2 verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Yeah, see, and if we was to fall into that bullshit, hey, America's looking good. We got jobs, we're working, If we was to buy into that shit, man, but here it is, the just shall live by his faith. We believe that America's going to be destroyed, man.
That's right.
We believe that. That's how we know that this fall, because people not going to see this thing coming, man. If you falling for this shit, you ain't going to see this thing coming, man.
That's right. Verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
So everywhere he has to go, he has to bring death, man. That's why over there in Syria and Yemen, all right, he's over there, The Israelis are doing shit, man. The Israeli government, pursuant to the book of Psalms, when it says the scripture, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, that's what's going to do it. Them getting into it over there in the Middle East is going to draw America into the war. And Trump is going to go right along. You're going to send your sons and your daughters over there. You're going to want to send your sons and your daughters over there. Or depending on how these devils set it up, man. You got it.
But gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Yeah, because he's the border of wickedness, pursuant to the book of Malachi. The scriptures say he shall be called the border of wickedness.
That's right.
So everywhere he goes, he's going to bring death, man.
That's right.
If they say the United States government is coming to Africa, please believe me, you're going to see death, man.
That's right.
That's what death's going to be. If they say we're going to bring them to the Philippines, Indonesia, it's going to bring death. And it doesn't also always have to be in the form of military. It could be in the form of pharmaceuticals. All right. It could be in the form of pharmaceutical technology.
That's right.
All right. What about it could be in the form of seeds, the food that you eat, man. Genetically modified foods. That's why a lot of these other European countries, they ban American products. All right.
That's right. Well, in Indonesia, I think it's like it's one of those countries that's on the rise as far as obesity, because those fast food chains had migrated out there. So now they're on like a crazy rise of obesity, because these people can't stop eating this fast food.
Hey, check this out. This is what my man David Rockefeller, statement from my man David Rockefeller, September 23rd, 1994. This present window of opportunity, during which a truly peaceful and interdependent world order might be built, will not be open for too long. We are on the verge of a global transformation. And that's right, because the scriptures say that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the world to come. So he's absolutely right when he said we are on the verge of a global transformation. All right, because the Lord is going to transform this world into something that's going to benefit our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the mink of the earth.
Yeah.
All right, it says all we need is the right major crisis. You see, that's what you need. All you need is the right major crisis and the nations will accept the New World Order. Sounds like an admission of guilt on September 11, 2001, and the other events after 1994. All right, and they create these events. All right, so you need another one. Donald Trump needs a major event to take place, man. All right. What?
This Revelation, this is that major event, verse 13, verse, I'm going to start at verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and that image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused all, both small and great.
Yeah, as many as would not worship the image of the beast might be killed. Because if you don't believe into this image that they're creating right before your eyes, they're going to want to kill you, man. All right? And right now, you know, as men of the Lord, we're out here to warn you of the image that they get ready to push right in front of your eyes. They're going to do it on TV. They're going to do it in social media. They're going to use all avenues to get you to believe in this image and to take this mark, which you can continue on reading.
Revelation 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor.
See, all, both small and great. All right, all the people. All right, babies, oh man, they just put out it was an article. They have new technology for RFID technology in babies. All right, they're pushing it, man. Go ahead.
Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
See, and that technology is already out, man. All right, they're going to segment the population and entice them to take the chip. A lot of them are going to do it voluntarily, like segmenting the population. You use different groups of people. You are people that work for government. They have to take automatic. You work for state. You work for federal government. You got to take that microchip. We have to identify.
Well, in Ecclesiastes it said, "Strong men shall bow themselves." So, man, so apparently there's going to be some type of these people are going to have to bend to something, you know.
Right. They're going to have to bend to that image.
Come.
All right.
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of
So
his
in
name.
the system that they're creating, that they're setting up, look, if you don't bend to that image, all right, and you don't take that mark, you're not going to be able to participate into that system.
Come.
All right, so the other choice that you have is death.
That's right.
All right, and that's the hour of temptation. All right, of artificial sense of life or true life, which is in your house shop for the Israelites, man.
Come.
All right, see, Esau ain't looking for this salvation.
No.
You talking about, bowing down to an image that's created by their own people, and you call yourself Christians?
Come. No,
What? Yeah.
This is Romans chapter 11, verse 4. But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men that have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Even so then, at this present time also there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
See, there's a remnant. The Lord always has a remnant. All right? And Lord's will we're working to be part of that remnant. That survives not bowing down to that image, even unto death. You know?
Yeah, that's what they didn't expect, man. They didn't expect the prophets. I don't know why they didn't, but they didn't expect.
It's written.
And now they plans is being spoiled because of it.
Or they know it, they accept it, and they trying to circumvent it. You know?
Well, they didn't prepare good enough then. You know what I'm saying? Because the prophets is warning the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they know when they touch the prophets, then that's when the Lord is going to touch them, man. You know? Because, hey, as each and every man in his truth, man, he has a voice to pray unto Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah.
Right.
All right? So when the Lord starts hearing their voices, and hey, man, you think if a man's about to be put to death, he's not going to pray to the Lord sincerely and just cry unto him if he believes in him? And you think the Lord don't hear that, man?
That's right.
And we understand that the Lord said in Psalm 116 and 10. Yeah, bring it out.
This is Job 20, verse 22. It says, "In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. He shall rain it upon him while he is eating." Right. Just going into how his plans is going to get rooted out, man. You know? Right when he think he got everything under control, the Lord gonna snatch it from him, man. You know, because he said once he gonna have to try to put his hands on the prophets, but once he tried to, the scripture say, touch not his anointed, do his prophets no harm. The Lord gonna touch him. The Lord gonna raise up a standard against him, man. You know, because those men believed in him, and that's how his plans is gonna be for you, man.
Yeah, that's the stumbling block, man. That's what the Lord had. That has to happen, man. All right, that has to happen. But like I said, if you brothers, you know, you have to be a martyr in this truth. Look, verse 15, Psalm 16, 15, it says, "Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints." So the death of his saints during at the time of adversity, that's precious, man. And you had the holy children, all right. That was precious in the sight of the Lord, man. Yeah.
This is Luke 18, verse 7. And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth.
Oh man, yeah, that's beautiful, man. The Lord shall avenge them speedily. All right, speedily. And he's gonna come with the quickness, man. This whatever's about to happen is about to happen quick. You know, it's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a time, but it's gonna be quick, man. You know, it's gonna be fast. Time is moving now. We're coming into we're in another season. All right. And as the season changes, the sentiment of the people changes. Things change, man. All right. You know, brothers, be prepared, man, because we're gonna be tempted. All right, we're gonna be tried. It's the season of us being tried, man. You know, as the seasons change, you know.
All right. Yeah, so this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 5. It says, "Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time." And that he is the so-called white man, the so-called Illuminati and all his plans, that man of sin. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way."
So now we know who the mystery of iniquity that Paul was talking about. We found out, because, you know, back then they didn't know. They didn't know how wicked the so-called white man is. And back then, the Romans weren't even, they don't reach the epitome of wickedness that in these times, man. All right? All right, this is the Roman Empire. All right, this is the Roman Empire all over again. But the wickedness in this Roman Empire doesn't even stand. All right? I'm pretty sure that the Romans weren't eating GMO foods, man. Or spraying chemtrails in the air. Polluting the air that the people breathe, man.
Yeah, that's the opposition, man. It says, "Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way." So the Lord is the one who letteth. He letting him do these things till he be taken out of the way, that's the times we are now. It says, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." So it goes into that the prophet is the one that's destroying this man, you know, revealing his deceptions, man. You know, because we blowing the trumpet, we watching and we blowing the trumpet, so we warning the people, preparing them, you know. And it says, well, that's pretty much the point on that part. You know, just showing you that the prophet, the men of the Lord, that's that roadblock to them, man. You know, hindering their new world order, and us, we also gonna be the ones that's gonna be joined as to the real new world order. You know, because what we declaring is the king. We declaring the Lord. You know, the Creator is about to take over this place and set up a kingdom, man. You know.
Second Peter 3 and 13. "Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness." You know, so that's the new heaven, that's the new world order, the new earth that we want. You know, it's a righteous one.
Yeah, we know what it's going to be. We know that the streets are going to really be paved in gold. All right? You know, there's going to be other nations bringing us goodly things, precious metals, precious stones, and we're going to flaunt that in front of the nations. All right? We're going to wear the gold and the silver, all right, that we've spoiled of these nations right in front of these nations as a fulfillment that the Lord did what he said he's going to do. You know? So that's the new world order we're looking at, man. This new world order is going to be, they want a technology new world order. The life on this planet, the life on Earth by then, if they were to establish this order, would be dead, man. All right, the people would be miserable. It would be no happiness, man. All right. So these Edomites want us to live forever in a state of unhappiness.
Yeah.
All right. The nerve of these damn devils, man. And that's why they say what they say. But all right.
That's why in Thessalonians he was saying who that man is. That's your enemy, your ultimate enemy. You know, when they finally got their little hands over us, when we was slaves under them, you know what I'm saying? That was the beginning. Like, that's hell right there, you know what I'm saying? And now we in that beast, that beast again, man. You know, the new Rome, Babylon, all of our captivities in one. We back in it. You know, and these same people that's running the world, you know what I'm saying, who has the power to change this, so they ultimately got us here. They the ones with the master plan that funded the slave ships and shit. You know what I'm saying? they about to be taken out of the way, man. You know?
That's right.
Yeah, because they're unruly. You know, they write laws that's grievous to the people, man.
Proverbs 29. 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put burdens on people. You riding around, you don't get a flash going over the speed limit.
Right.
You monetize things and you make it harder and harder for people to get by. All right, the price of essential goods that they need, food and stuff like that, under you is turned to shit.
Yeah, what they do, they take food and they run it through
splice it, yeah, process food,
process it,
yeah,
and then it just makes it worse for you. You know, it's of course it's worse.
If you eat too much of it, it'll clog up your pores.
Yep.
All right, you drink too much. What is that? It's like that caffeinated drink, the Red Bull and stuff like that. Got this chemical in it. It'll fuck your lungs up. You know, fuck your kidneys up and stuff like that, man. All of these different ingredients and stuff. So you're a bunch of devils, man. You know, we feel the pain of what you've done to us in our bodies, man. All right. So we need to be free from these infirmities and these diseases and this stuff that just plagues the spirit, man. And you're the one that mainly brings us that problem, man. You Edomites, man. But we know that the Lord is going to do away with you.
There's the brother on the comment board. He posted the scripture, Hebrews 13 verse 14. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come.
Yeah.
So that's what we're seeking for. That the kingdom, man, that rest. You know, to where everything's going to be beautiful. Women in order, children in order. You know.
That's that new heaven and that new earth that was promised. All right. So there's a promise. The Lord, the scriptures had promises for a certain people, and we just happen to be given that gift of faith to believe in them. All right, and that's why we have been made ambassadors. All right, we've been made activists for this word, man. All right, ambassador, servant, activists are called to for direct action. All right, or a doctrine of direct action. All right.
Precept. This is Sirach chapter 10, verse 10. It reads, the physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that today is a king tomorrow shall die.
Yeah, today a king tomorrow shall die. So you see Donald Trump, you see these Edomites on top. Psalm 119 and 34 says, 134 says, deliver me from, and now this is a song, right? It says, deliver me from the oppression of man, so will I keep thy precepts. All right, so this was the mentality of King David, to be delivered from the oppression of man. All right, so will I keep thy precepts. So that's why we in the scriptures. All right, to do what the scriptures say to the best of our abilities, man, and keep on pushing this word and edifying and working this work. All right.
I got one. This is Ecclesiastes 10 verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. And that's what you see today, man. Where right now we don't have the luxury to be kings and rulers and judges of the world. Right now you got Esau that's that's in you know, the ruler's seat, and that's why he sets folly in great dignity. They deem being a homosexual, you know, really praise. They praise homosexuality, but they praise all the wrong ways of the scriptures. So therefore, if they want to come against us, we're going to come against them for the clear case of righteousness, man, because that's what's in us, you know, the elect. The Lord's willing we those men.
This is Psalms 94 and verse 20. It says, "Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which framest mischief by law?"
Yeah, the throne of iniquity. All right, the throne of you wicked, you Edomites, man. All right, right now you have the throne. This is your throne. Wickedness. Shalom to the brother on the comment board. You know, that's a good scripture. You know, shall the throne of iniquity, all right,
have fellowship with thee.
Have fellowship with thee. Have fellowship with the Heavenly Father. They're always quick to say, God bless America.
Yeah.
You the throne of iniquity. You don't do nothing that the Bible say. You don't uphold nothing in the scriptures. You got the nerve to say, God bless America, man.
God bless. Everyone.
But them Edomites, them so-called white people, they fall for that, man. They actually think that they're the righteous. What they're doing is for the greater good of humanity. All right? That their cause is always a just cause in the eyes of God. Right? That's what they believe. That's what these Christians believe.
Bro, but it's crazy because it says, which frame is mischief by law. So the laws that he come up with, it's just nothing but mischief, man. Everything that he comes up with, he puts in order, he framed to structure his society, it's fucking mischief.
Yeah, that's why.
You know?
That's why Amshel Rothschild said, "Look, I don't care about your laws. Just give me control of the money."
Hey, Salah, go ahead, bro.
I was just going to read the next verse. It said, "They gathered themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemned the innocent blood."
Well, that's 64?
You know? No,
94?
Psalms 94 and 21.
Oh, okay.
You know, it says they gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous, against the Israelites or the ones of faith. It says and condemn innocent blood. So the ways that the laws and the ways that this place that hates, they condemn.
They condemn innocent blood, man.
Yeah.
We the innocent, man. We the innocent. You don't tell people it's okay to be homosexuals, man. We don't tell you that it's okay to have sex with another man, woman.
Yeah.
All right, that's not okay, man. The Lord hates that, man. And the Lord is going to bring forth. Hey, those are sins unto death.
That's right.
All right, so those souls are subject to destruction, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. A couple quick ones. Well, I just want to finish this one, get to another one. It says, verse 22, "But Yahweh is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge. And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness." Yeah, Yahweh, our power shall cut them off. So they're going to get cut off in their own iniquities, man.
Yeah.
You know? But here's the other one I really
Read
want.
that again, though.
Which one? The last verse?
Read it back again.
Come on. This is Psalms 94, verse 23. "And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity."
See, he's going to bring upon them their own iniquity. So the judgment for homosexuality, that's going to come upon the people in America, man. All right? He's going to bring upon you your own iniquity. So you want to be homosexual? That's fine. But the Lord is going to bring forth the judgment of homosexuals upon the people. All right?
And upon them that's saying it's okay, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
So you want to put it on television for people to watch and see and be amused by it? This is going to be a judgment for that. All right? I mean, it's okay. Like, we got the God hates fag signs out there. And they get offended and stuff like that. But look, you know, you can do whatever you want to do, man. You can be a homosexual, man. Look, eventually the judgment is going to come, man.
Yeah.
And when the judgment comes, you can't cry and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I repent." That's out the window, man. You just got to take your judgment.
That's right.
All right? So, I mean, people get all upset and offended and want to kiss in front of the camp and stuff like that. Come on, that's unnecessary, man. You know, that's completely unnecessary. Because you can do that with do we go to their house and say, "Yo, hey, you got a kid"? We'll put them to death, man.
Yeah.
Drag them out. Do we advocate that they be dragged out? I mean, it should be.
That's what
To get rid of the judgment.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that's what we have to. That's what we would have to do. If there was homosexuality in the land of Israel, we had to get that man. We find that out, and that's brought before, man. they got to get stoned, man.
Oh,
Right.
You know.
Oh.
But this country, you know, they don't do that. Neither do we are we saying that this has to happen in America, man. And then you got these other Israelite camps, they want to be comfortable in America, man. And the Lord have a judgment coming for this place. Come on. Y'all got some last scriptures, we can bring them up. You know?
I had one last one. This is First Maccabees 2 and verse 61. It says, "And thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. Fear not then the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worms. Today he shall be lifted up, and tomorrow he shall not be found, because he is returned into his dust, and his thought is come to nothing."
Oh, man, that's a good scripture.
So the thoughts that this devil is devising, his plan, his counsel, is going to come to naught. He's going to be returned to dust. He's going to be shown to be just a man.
Well, we gotta
You know?
read it again, you know, to get the whole thing. Go back, read it one more time.
Con. This is First Maccabee 2 and verse 61. It says, "And thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome."
Yeah, consider throughout all ages. You know, that this happened back thousands of years ago, man. Throughout all ages. All right. Would you read it real quick?
It says, "Fear not then the words of a sinful man."
A sinful man, what he's going to do to you, you know?
Yeah.
What he's, you know, we're going to kill you Israelites, man.
If you don't take the chip.
If you don't take the chip, yeah, you know? Yeah. Fear not a sinful man. He's a sinful man.
Yeah.
What power is in his words, the Most High? Can take him out at any time for his iniquity. You know? At any time. Even to the time when he's about to, you know, pull the plug that the what is it?
For
The guillotine.
Yeah,
Yeah, the guillotine. He could take him out right then and there, man.
Yep.
Hey, bro, because what Esau really did is just think about it on another level as far as, you know, the Most High setting up these people that ruled the earth at one point, and then he had the lowest people come and then overtake them. So then now these lower people that are claiming that, oh, you know, we're the kings, this and that, you know, we're the Israelites, you know, they looked at us fucking crazy because for so many years Esau has totally tried to whitewash our history and then also you know, control the narrative as far as like what happened back then. But now that it's starting to come abroad, and Esau, you're starting to see hella wicked shit with Esau, you know, with the court systems, the CIA, and how wicked and crazy evil they are, you know, and how the FBI, they be manipulating things, you know. And then once you start to see the system, it's not that far-fetched, you know, because Esau is just a totally wicked man.
It's on you. You can check YouTube, man, of different conspiracies that these devils have done against different people, man. Different experiments that have been ran upon the children of Israel. All right, all his history, you can Google it, man. That's why it's shame for his glory, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, that's why shameful spewing is coming upon him.
That's right.
And now he can't hide. Now he can't, you know, he can't repent. And he still want to push his new world order because it's a group of individuals, man. Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the spirit of the wicked. That goes back to Cain. You know, the Heavenly Father put a mark on Cain, so the whole world would know that this is the wicked. You know, the Heavenly Father is making known what the wicked is on the planet Earth right now.
Yeah, the mystery of iniquity
have been revealed.
Yeah. The Most High, man, and the Lord is doing this right in front of Esau, man.
Yeah.
And Esau has top men that know the scriptures, know who they are, man. They're trying to circumvent prophecy, but now they gotta move, man. They're gonna have to move.
Yeah.
Because now we're revealing them. The Lord putting the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash. Alright? The spirit, the Harakah, the spirit, which is the words, man. The words that we use, man. These words that we use, these are our weapon. And this is our heritage. So these words have been spoken before kings in our ages. That's why we know, alright, that the generations of old, whoever trusted in the Lord, alright, they didn't fear sinful man's tongue.
That's right.
Alright? Because they knew the Lord was the living power, man.
That's right.
Alright, finish reading that out. And there's still some more in there.
Yeah. First Maccabee 2 and verse I'll just read it again. It It says, and thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. Fear not then the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worms. Today he shall be lifted up, and tomorrow he shall not be found.
Yeah, today he shall be lifted up like these Edomites are lifted up right now. Tomorrow they won't be found, man. So in coming days, on the multitude of days down the line, all right, because no day is returned, all right, but they just move forward. In the multitude of forwarding days, this devil, man, he's going to be out of power. He's going to be out of rulership. All right, the destruction of America is going to already be taking place. The fire is still going to be burning, because when that fire is burning, it's going to kindle for years, man. All right, and all the nations are going to look at that fire, which is the fire of your destruction, you Edomites' rulership, man. And when America then shoot the missiles on America, that fire is going to smoke for years. All right, and you're not going to have any technology to put out that fire, because that's the Heavenly Father purifying the earth, man. All right, and that's a remembrance that you damn devils were in rulership, and now you ain't in rulership no more.
Yeah.
All right, so after we come up off those chariots, that fire is going to be burning, and we're going to look at that fire. We're going to look at you Edomites, man.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's what we believe. Cause
yeah.
hey man, if you don't believe, you things is not gonna be going well for
Yeah,
you,
man.
This is Psalms 37, verse 1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb.
Yeah, they're going to be cut down like the grass and wither. All right? Nobody, you don't remember that grass, all right, that was cut. No, this is a particular grass that I cut that I remember. Nah, that's how you Edomites are going to be, man. You so-called white. That's how your rulership's going to be. All right, one day you're ruling homosexuals all over the place. The next thing is not going to be remembered.
Verse 3. Trust in Yahweh and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. You know, trust in the Lord. You know, because we know that everything that we're reading is going to come to pass. The destruction, the downfall of the wicked, it's already written. I mean, it already happened in the spirit. We're just waiting for it to play out on the planet Earth. You know, and we're going to be delivered. We're going to be fed. We're going to be put in that land. We're going to be rest. We're going to be at rest from all of our enemies.
Yeah, Lord's will for the sake of this word, man. Because the word has to be fulfilled, man. So you have to have men set up to do it according to a number, specific number, all right, according to a specific time, and all of that. Everything has to be fulfilled. Everything, like we read Revelation 12 and 12, the devil shall come down on you because he has great wrath. But the Lord is going to do what he has to do. There's a left-hand side, there's a right-hand side. Everything is balanced. All right, good is set against evil. And the evil is set against the righteous, and the righteous is set against the evil. All right, and this is what it is, man. And this is what it's going to be until the Lord do with these things, these visions take place, man. Y'all got a lot of scriptures?
Yeah. Right. I just want to make a quick point. Proverbs 21 and 1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whatsoever he will." And so, you know, we're going into the plans of the top elite. You know, the wicked of Esau. You know, their thoughts and what they want to do. But everything that they're doing, you know, is all planned according to the Most High. You know, they think they have plans to come up against prophecy, but you know, they're just playing their role, their part in the Most High's plan. You know, to bring in His new world order.
Look, read this last. I'm gonna read this last one real quick. All right, it says, this is British military historian Major General J.F.C. Fuller, 1941. It says, for a long time, I felt that FDR, Franklin D. Roosevelt, had developed many thoughts and ideas that were his own to benefit this country, the United States. But he didn't. Most of his thoughts, his political ammunition, as it were carefully manufactured for him in advance by the Council on Foreign Relations, One World Money Group. So, you know, what's to say that the same Council on Foreign Relations that manifested FDR's thoughts and his ideas that he brought to the American people, hey, the same people that control that, you don't think they're in control of Donald Trump, man? You know? And it says, brilliantly, with great gusto, Like a fine piece of artillery, he exploded that prepared ammunition in the middle of an unsuspecting target, the American people, and thus paid off in return the internationalist political support. The UN is but a long-range international banking apparatus clearly set up for financial and economic profit by a small group of powerful one-world revolutionaries hungry for profit and power. The depression was the calculated and sharing of the public by the world money power triggered by the planned sudden shortage of supply of called money in New York money market. The one world government leader and their ever-close bankers had now acquired full control of the bank and credit machinery of the U.S. via the creation of a privately owned Federal Reserve Bank. All right, that's going into the FRN that you use, which you're not going to be using for long, man. Federal Reserve note, man. That's just the last information that I wanted to bring out. You know, on the quotes from these elites out of their own mouth, you know, and how Israel, you know, who you call yourself Israelites, has become a stumbling block in the opposition to the pushing of the New World Order. You're a threat. All right, Esau, you know how Esau does, man. All right, he's the devil. He's going to come in like a flood, man. These times are coming. And, you know, you look for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for protection, you know, and hope. All right, you're looking for that hope. All right, that right-hand side. Any last, you know, I got any last things to say? No. All right, all praises to Yahweh.
Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Rakad Kadash.
Double honesty, apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutations to you, brothers, pushing the word in sincerity and truth. Shalom.